and Walker, bring the train out from 16 track.
You think you're on? Somebody let me know. Everybody in the place put a whistle in your face. Scream it out and say, yo, hey! You don't stop. I rock the rhythm that makes your finger pop. I said hip hop, but thanks a lot. Come on, everybody, give me what you got. I'm gonna tell you a little story about the Sugar Hill Gang with the pow pow boogie and a big bang bang.
They call themselves writers because that's what they do. They write their names, among other things, everywhere. Names they've been given or have chosen for themselves. Most of all, they write in and on subway trains, which carry their names from one end of the city to the other. It's called bombing. And it has equally assertive counterparts in rap music and breakdancing.
Screaming out and say, I am somebody.
Graffiti writing in New York is a vocation. Its traditions are handed down from one youthful generation to the next. To some, it's art. To most people, however, it is a plague that never ends. A symbol that we've lost control.
I'm Detective Bernie Jacobs. I, in conjunction with my partner, Detective Jim McHugh, are the crime prevention coordinators for the New York City Transit Police Department. Graffiti, as the name itself, is not an art. Graffiti is the application of a medium to a surface. I will show you graffiti, such as the letters on the end of that car directly in back of me. Is that an art form? I don't know. I'm not an art critic. But I can sure as hell tell you that that's a crime.
At the Grand Concourse 149th Street station in the Bronx, graffiti writers gather at what they call the writer's bench.
They're saying that the kids run the subways, that the system is out of control, that 15 and 16-year-old kids are running the system, and that graffiti is a symbol of that.
Nah, I ain't running the system.
Hell yeah.
I'm bombing the system. They're trying to make it look like graffiti writers break windows and everything. It ain't even like that.
Yeah, you know who be doing that, man? Niggas who be high when they come from school is the ones who break the window.
And it's in the graffiti artist's favor to be as cool, calm, and collected about putting his art on the train as he can. You know, he wants to get in and get out without even being noticed, except for the work that's going to come out to the public, that Monday.
Yeah, we gotta start to rock some straight letters.
This one came out alright, right?
That's about the third scheme piece I did. This shit, and that's the TikTok I did in Gun Hill.
What'd you do last night?
We did 2 whole cars. It was me, Dez, and Mean 3, right? And on the first car, in small letters, it said, "All you see is," and then big, block silver letters, it said, "Crime in the city," right?
It just took up the whole car?
Yeah, it was a whole car and shit. Then it was a scroll, like one of those scrolls. And then on the next car, it was a scheme and it had, a cop character and shit, a police nigga with a stick, and a badge.
What designs you put around the
Society should go down in the subway and lock them all up because they don't have any business down there. It is dangerous down there. People that work down there 25 and 30 years have accidents. But his contention is that he's immortal, I guess, like most 17-year-olds are immortals, right?
It's a matter of getting a tag on each line and each division. You know, you go, it's called going all city. People see your tags in Queens, uptown, downtown, all over.
I can only laugh to keep from crying, because what happens is that I don't really think he knows how silly that sounds. He's going all city. I mean, to what end? And when I ask him, he says to me, well, just so people see it and they know who I am. Nobody knows who he is, and so they see it. And so
it's not a matter of so they know who I am.
So they see it, and then after they see it, so what?
It's a matter of bombing, knowing that I can do it, you know? Every time I get in the train, almost every day I see my name. I say, yeah, you know what, I was there, I bombed it. It's a matter, it's for me, it's not for nobody else to see. I don't care about nobody else seeing it, or the fact if they can read it or not. It's for me and other graffiti writers that we can read it. All these other people who don't write, they're excluded. I don't care about them. You know, they don't matter to me. It's for us.
CC starboard bow.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
What is it? You tell me.
Nice and slow. Nice and slow.
This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is it. Give me that pound. Give me that pound. That khaki came out nice. That wire was whack.
In the 1970s, New York graffiti, rapping, and breaking became the prime expressions of a new young people subculture called hip-hop. Graffiti is the written word. There's the spoken word of rap music. And then there's the acrobatic body language of dances like breaking.
It started in the Bronx and part of Harlem.
It started in Freeze's house.
Oh, shut up!
His mom used to break. She's all acting years old.
Don't be talking about my mother now. Well, yeah, Billy, go. Mom, you just spit on her head about my mother. Boy, you acting stupid now.
In the pants, right?
Break is when you don't have nothing to do and, you know, everybody just stand around getting high just for you.
You make up your own freezes. You got names.
And you call them, you got names for them. Like what? You want to take
like the baby. It's a baby.
a dead freeze like this.
Well, that's one of the old ancient.
It ain't one of the old, because I was the first one to do it.
How ancient can you get? The one when you go like this?
It's called the hump.
It's called the hump.
Man, the headache. Where?
No, that's the headache.
That's the headache.
And the other one is the hump.
You got a headache.
Oh, you could be.
When you got a headache, you go like that, you know. When you hump, you go like that.
Yo, man, this place is bomb.
This is the transit system. They don't like it to be defaced, and they will at times try and go to the extreme and trying to apprehend you. The subway system is a very old one, and I've personally explored some tunnels, and I've found rooms where maps that was so old it might have been like the first train line that New York City had. Call it what you want. Just a lot of rock, a lot of steel, tomb, dungeon, under the city. A lot of trains, a lot of fun, a lot of art that's going to be a part of New York City's history forever.
Oh, wow, check it out, a whole car lit. Yo, what? Check it out, man, the Satch Quick. Yo, look at that, man. Yo. That's great.
A lot of writers have been down here, you can tell. Graffiti all over the place.
Check it out.
Years ago, it was pretty much a secret. It was secretly done. People wondered and wished they could do it. Not most people do it. When all the toys are like home sleeping, cuddling to their pillows, they usually have curfews. Come down in the wee hours of the night after the workers done their job. The sweepers did the sweeping they had to do. Just take my time and be creative.
I think it's something you can never really capture again once you experience it. You have like live third rails and like crazy cops who come and chase you out. Even the smell you get, like when you first smell trains, like in a yard, it's like, it's a good smell to like a dedicated graffiti writer, I guess. When you're first against a train, it's like, everything seems so big, like, wow. It's like you're in a yard of like metal giants and like, you're just like, I mean, everything is like so hard and like so steel and like, you're just there, you're like a little dude, you're like in the midst of all this metal and like, you're here to produce something, you know, well, you're here to like, try to produce something.
Well, I've seen comparable graffiti, not necessarily these particular ones. Each of these cost us $1 million, in a sense, because others went out and tried to copy. Isn't worth it. Well, it is one of the quality of life offenses, and you can't just take one of those quality of life offenses. It's like a 3-card Monte and pickpocketing and shoplifting and graffiti defacing our public and private walls. They're all in the same area of destroying our lifestyle and making it difficult to enjoy life, and I think has to be responded to. And so I've told you that the response that I think a repeater, 3-time repeater should get would be 5 days in jail. Now, obviously, a murderer, if you believe in the death penalty as I do, you want to have the option of executing a murderer. You wouldn't do that to a graffiti writer.
They saw you at work over here. I just want to find out what you're filming.
Well, we're making a film on subway graffiti in New York.
Well, why did you take this particular neighborhood here? What's unusual? Is more graffiti here than other places? I hope not.
We're here because one of the best graffiti writers lives around here. Writes scene.
What is it?
S-E-E-N.
That's his name?
Yes, that's what he writes.
Or is it a nom de plume?
It's a nom de plume.
You wouldn't tell me his real name.
No.
Why not? Would he be in getting trouble, or wouldn't he be glorified by it?
Oh, I'm the type of guy who will never settle down. Where pretty girls are, well, you know that I'm around. I kiss them and I love them, cause to me they're all the same. I hug them and I squeeze them, they don't even know my name. Yeah, I'm a wanderer, yeah, a wanderer. I roam around, around, around.
There's about four numerous reasons why I ain't painting right now. To make a long story short, I'm on what they call a 6-month probation. Call it a 6-month vacation, never mind probation. Now they got a graffiti squad on this line, which there really was never really. Since they come on the line, it's been harder to piece, and it ain't like the old days when a train used to pull into the yard on a Friday night. That train wouldn't pull out until Monday morning. Now when you go to piece a train, you put an outline on the train and you can say goodbye. The train pulls out in 10 minutes later. Or if you're ready to put an outline, you gotta chase the train halfway down the track to put an outline on the piece. It just ain't the same anymore. They don't know what they're doing no more. Late, as usual. But I'm here, I show up though. I show up. Let me see. Well, why don't you do this one, on that side of the wall. You know what I'm saying? No. This one. We gotta have plenty of room, believe me.
The bottom of the piece?
The bottom of the piece, I say about here. All right, you know it's gonna go a little bit below the top, we're gonna have it on a wave. You know, it's gonna be big, the legs. So I want you to start from about here. All right, maybe even here. Start it from here. Listen to me, from here. You understand what I'm saying here?
I still think it's too big.
Now, your first outline is needed. Always needed. This way you know what you're filling in. No matter how good you are, you can't just go in and just start filling in the air. You gotta have your first outline. Once your first outline is done, then you're filling. That takes away your first outline, meaning you don't need your first no more because now you got your filling. From your filling, you put your colors and then your 3D. And if you want background, you put your cloud or whatever. How's this, nigga? I'm throwing a few connections here. I want to make it look like yours. What do you think? I'll make a few bits. All right. Huh? Bits. I don't know, little doodads here and there. Yeah, now it's shaping up. I have about 100 outlines, but I'm shaping up. Nicky, come on. You gonna save me room or what? I didn't do that to yours. Get out of there.
He's making a mess in this house. He cannot sit down without, doing graffiti on something.
All right, when
you really can't.
When you're talking on the phone, you don't doodle on the paper?
I don't doodle.
Yes, you do.
I do not doodle.
You do doodle on the paper.
I don't doodle.
I don't doodle. I just write my name while I'm talking on the phone. What's that?
That's all you're telling me.
I'm just writing something.
You're telling me that you write your name while you're talking on the phone. In the meantime, you have destroyed your room. You have destroyed your room.
Testing out my
You
paint.
have no respect for anything. Don't tell me about testing out your paint. You have no respect for anything anymore.
Ain't we putting red, orange, and yellow in here?
No, the brown's gotta be brown.
I ain't putting no browns there. Ain't no way. Red, orange, and yellow. You want it to stand out. Boom. The whole thing, around the whole works. Red, orange, and yellow. Remember how I did the mad scene with the wall and the color went all around the thing? The mad scene went on the fives. With the walls were falling down, the one I did it myself? No. All right, let me explain. Yellow, orange, and a little bit of red. No, yellow and orange around the whole thing, and then we'll put browns and beiges in the 3D. Believe me, I'll show you. Not around the face, fade into the yellow, but a trim of red, a cheap trim. I'll show you after. All right? I'll never steer you wrong, Nick. Rust-Oleum, Krylon, Wet Look, Epoxy, Red Devil. When you hold a can of Rust-Oleum in your hand, it's like holding 3 other shit brands in your hand. It lasts, it covers, and it's not aerosol like Krylon. It just comes out in the mist. It just comes out like paint.
The schools have courses in art. How about the mothers and fathers of this city saying to the kids, that's the wrong thing to do?
You listen to them talk, they sound absolutely ridiculous. He's the king of the yakety yak yard. Who died and left him king of any yard? He owns nothing in the subway,
I love robbing paint. I know, everybody knows how you rob it, and he gets me souped up, and sometimes I'll go and get 15 cans at a time, stuffing it in your coat, in your shirt, down the back of your pants. It's mainly with the big coat, and 15 cans, you figure it out, it's over $50. You going into stores, we could go one day and get 100 cans at a time. It's easy, for me anyway. It's, harder on black kids or Spanish kids, because everybody thinks a graffiti writer is black and Puerto Rican, and that's it's wrong, A lot of white people are writing.
What you've got is a whole miserable subculture.
I was raised on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. I went to a sort of strict prep school in the Bronx, right, Riverdale Country School. In attending that school, I had to walk past the 1 yard on 242nd Street every day.
From where I stood, I'd watch the trains pulling in and out. I thought, how could a human being have his name on every car? You know, that these guys must either live in there, be allowed to live in there, or just be, like, allowed to, you know, go off like that, right? They're trespassing it. They're beating the system. They're getting their names up, right? We've drenched the city with our names, right? We're trying our damnedest.
We gonna jump to the funk like we got no break. I'm DJ Rock and I can pass the test to get down the rappers from the east to west. This party please, that party please. I'll bump along with the greatest of these. This DJ Rock with the master beat, but the boogie in the sound that moves your feet. Somebody say, get up, get up. Somebody say, get up, get up. You party good, you throwing down, you compliment this funky sound. Pump me up.
We caught a freshly painted double R, and we spent about 3 hours in it.
That's impossible.
No, it's not. We were tagging with the unis, then the minis, then the Marvies, then the pilots, then the flow pens, and we were doing clouds around the tags and 3Ds on the tags. We just, for the double Rs to have a clean car back then like that, we just had an orgasm.
1970. The idea of getting your name up, not just in your neighborhood, but everywhere, was invented by a kid named Taki, who lived on 183rd Street in Washington Heights. Taki 183. As soon as everybody understood that it was a name, they realized that Taki was famous.
Taki 183 was the first guy, even though they say Julio Teoforo started before him. But he was the one that made it famous. Then after him, in them times, was Papa 184. Then came up Junior 161. K161, they were bombing too. Stage came out around 1971. He was all city too. Barbara, Eva, 62, they were girls. Everybody was right. Oh, that was what everybody was talking in them days.
Somebody say, get up, get up. Somebody say, get up, get up.
I got into graffiti just like riding the trains when I was younger, you know, looking at, you know, old writers' shit, you know. Like a lot of new writers around, like they, you know, you talk to them about a lot of old writers, see, they don't even know what you're talking about.
I started in 1973 or 4 during very early years of initial bombing, very important years of graffiti bombing, because if it wasn't for those years, I don't think we would get where we are today.
That was the life back then. That was happening. Everybody was pioneering back then. That's when all your developing happened, your bubble letters, all that kind of stuff, your wild styles.
Wild styles. Yeah, you don't have to do straight letters to have style. Anything that comes in your imagination adds on to your own individual style. The arrow. Everybody's got their own arrow. I like that though. Various arrows. Some guys have on the letter arrow. That was like connection. Some people had different arrows just going right through their pieces.
The funk is here, so you can groove. We want to make your body move.
Colors, designs, style, technical advancement, getting loose, cartoons, everything. And when they see you got a vicious style, they be wanting to get loose about it, you know, and that's what keep it going.
Sparks graffiti.
Right, keep sparking it.
You know, I know a lot of good writers, you know, and all the writers that I knew, you know, they used to get up, so they used to tell me, yo, Trap, won't you get up? And I started getting up with them, and we started doing pieces. Then I met Dez,
One day, I came to the bench and I seen him sitting there looking at the pieces. You could tell a writer, you know, like you go to the bench and you see him as the trains go by, he'll be going like this,
You know, he have ink stains on his clothes.
He gave me outlines and stuff like that to practice.
I can't let him go for at least 5 minutes. You know, he'll destroy the piece. You know, I turn around, Chap, what you doing? You know, I want to do my own piece. I said, yeah, but you know, follow the outline.
Russ. What's up, man? You know, I'm chilling, man. Slick Rick, in the Asian Bay.
For about 2.5 years, I was upstate, from like beginning of 1970 to 72.
What's up? Yeah, what's up?
When I came home, I ain't know nothing about no writing, no graffiti, because I wasn't about it.
All right, you know it. What's up, man?
So when I got home, I seen writing on the train. I said, what's this stuff here, you know? Those niggas doing their names big. I said, let me do one at least, you know, because I was, you know, down with art already. And I did me a piece, just, you know, for people in general to get to know who I am. I said, ooh, that look all right. Well, I'm gonna go every Sunday now. Next thing I know, I started getting better and better. And as I realized I knew to get better, I said, oh man, I'm gonna bring out the computer rock. And then that's when I really got loose, because then niggas are saying, yo, who's that guy? Then one day, these news reporter people was on the train station. We was going by and we seen them. We seen them filming our whole car. We went up to them and I remember I said, yo, who you think probably done that right there? You know, just to be curious to see what they say. And he said, I don't know, but whoever done it, that's some remarkable talent, you know? I ain't never seen nothing like this before. I said, if I told you I did it, would you believe me? He said, I don't know, I can't say, but I believe so, because you don't never know what you can believe these days. So I said, well, I did. And then he said, I don't believe that, you only got one arm. I said, that don't mean nothing. I do things that people don't realize I can do with this, but, you know, being that I'm like this, you know? And then he said, I hear you then, Sonny. And then I said, well, I ain't no Sonny now. I just was asking a question, sir, you know, so that's all I wanted to know, to see how your feelings was about it.
Do you wanna dance? What's up? Get some candy? Huh? Ain't get nothing? Straight up. Get some candy, man. You ain't got no change? Oh. Hey, Jiggalo, what you know? Jiggalo, where that nigga at, man? Yeah, I can dig it.
We're going on the other side, right?
Word.
Oh,
yeah, what up, Jiggalo, what up? The Beachmaster, do you want to swing?
Right here, look.
Are you willing to take a chance?
Instead of that eyes.
Yeah, word, look at that eagle, word. That shit, look at the eyes, like his eye. You know where he got that from, right? Von Gold and who? Frank Rosetta. Beachmaster.
The way the letters is breaking
Epic Adventures of a New Kind of Hero. That's what we're going to be, the fresh extraterrestrial brothers, you know what I'm saying? Extra to less, knowing we the best, you know what I'm saying?
It's a Desi Des and a Casey Case, the D5. We gonna rock the place. And if you're based in the place, you will get disgraced because we are the crew. We got the place.
Rock socket, rock it in the pocket. A socket, rock it in the pocket. Say what
that girl front of the train. Took her to the doctor, so I'm on again. Stabbed that man right in his heart. Gave him a transplant for a brand new start. Can't cut through the park.
Cause it's crazy after dark. Keep my hand on my gun, cause they got me on the run. I feel like an outlaw. Broke my last glass jaw. Hear them say, you want some more? Living on a seesaw. Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back. Junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get